Let's see how we go from this to this in just under an hour. Well, hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. As you can see, nope, we're not at the mountain today. Today we're gonna do something a little different, a little break from the mountain work. We've been back here in suburbia for a while, just with graduation and Father's Day and everything else going on. So I figured I'd do something a little different today. We're gonna do something I'm gonna start calling the Tailgate series. So every time I get a new product, I think it's something that's worth reviewing and sharing with you, then we'll go ahead and do it. So thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. I know it's a little different. I got a couple reviews of some products here and there, but I figure what the heck, why not? I can show you what else we're working with. So enough of me jabbering. It's already hot here today. It's about 85 degrees. As you can hear, the neighbors are out doing their yard work already, so I figure, well, it's bright and early, let's get out and do some yard work too. So enough of me jabbering. Get yourself something to drink even though it's hot. I'm still gonna get some coffee this morning, and let's get to busy. What'd we find? Went to Amazon. Well, first I went to Husqvarna, right? I have this Husqvarna 128 LD, and I said, listen, I got all this brush that I'll show you here in a minute behind the house that I need to get rid of. Last couple years I've used either just the string on the string trimmer, or I had these little plastic things that did a decent job, but I got tired of replacing them. So I went to the Husqvarna website and I said, what do you got? And they said, we got nothing for the 128 series. You got to have a 300 series before you step up to a Husqvarna specific brush trimmer. So of course, you know, being the resourceful guy that I am, I looked around and I went to Amazon. Of course, why wouldn't you go to Amazon? And I found this, a Trimmer Plus TPB720. So as always, let me grab the specs so I can give you the specs and tell you exactly what it is. Of course, this is not listed as being compatible with a Husqvarna. It's compatible, it says compatible units are Troy-built Remington Craftsman machines, Yardman, Snapper, Boland's, Murray, Greenworks, Ryobi, blah blah. It goes on a big long list of everybody except for Husqvarna. The inner tube diameter is 1.65 inches. The drive shaft connector is square type, 1/5 inch female. So as you can see, that's what they're talking about right there. If you can see in the end of that. So 4 steel blades as opposed to plastic blades, which I thought was a great thing. Reversible blade, so when the one side gets dull, you can flip it off and use the other side. A straight shaft design. They do have some curved shaft ones out there, but this is specifically designed for a straight shaft. Also, it comes with a handy little an extra additional handle to make it a little easier to manage, and we'll put that on here in just a second, as well as a shoulder strap, which I'm not sure if I'm going to like the shoulder strap or not, but it was there, so I figured what the heck. And it also comes with something that I don't have on my edger, is it's got this little tool that you can stick in the edge right over here, so when you go to change the blade, when you go to tighten the blade, well, let's see if I can figure out how to work it. When you go to tighten, it holds it in place. So now I can get my wrench on here, I can loosen and tighten this this nut so I can flip this thing over. So yeah, so pretty smart, a handy little tool. Like I said, I have a little edger attachment that I put on here that doesn't have that. I just got to use a screwdriver. So let's get this thing put together and see what we're working with. First things first, let's take this old handle off. The great thing about Husqvarna is they make it pretty simple. You just got a wing nut. You got to pop this off. In the clear. And then this handle, all it is just a plastic piece with a tube. It's got 4 bolts, so you can just wrap it right around here and get it cinched down. So 4 Phillips heads is all it is. So just loosen those up. Hold on, of course, I need to get power tools. I'm gonna expedite this a little. We're just gonna, here we go. Just don't lose your little nuts when they come out the back. It's always a good thing in life, don't lose your nuts. And then I'm just gonna place this right where the original handle was to begin with. Well, it looks like I took too much off, didn't I? I'll leave that there. So a little plastic piece there. Slide your nuts in, slide your bolts in. And then this handle, as you can see, it can go this way, that way, whichever. It's got a nice line right here, kind of sets you up for success, tells you where to start. Then, like I said, we're going to put this on the back side. As you can see, well, put those two down. Those nuts already stayed in there, so I'm going to leave those nuts right there. Start to crank you down. Alright, now I got everything started where I want it. I'm going to, like I said, get it kind of lined up where I think I'm going to need it. Got the little white line there. Let's put that up about yay there. And then I'm just going to use the there you go. Now you got a nice, more firm, big, long handle to help with the swinging. Except I put it on, you guessed it, upside down. So let's let's loosen that. Now let me turn this around real quick. All right, handle's on. And now it says this can go either back here. It's not going to fit around this handle on this Husqvarna, so I'm going to just slide it on here. Like so. And then it just comes with a nut, a washer, and a bolt. I'm just using a 10 millimeter wrench and a socket here. Make sure you don't do what I just did. Don't pinch this down. Well, there you go. See? That's why we do this together. If you don't leave this out, it's going to get pinched in, and then you can't use it. And there you go. And then you just take your strap, straighten it out, run it through, and then through the back and through the front. Get it seated. There you go. And then how does this attach, you ask? So this has a little locking nut. You just unscrew that. Your push pin, you slide that right in there, and you see that it's going to pop right there. Comes right out, so that helps. Little indent retainer pin. And there you go. Easy breezy. All right, let's go down to the back 40 here and see what we're working with. Little adjusting on the strap just to get it in the right hanging position. Let's see if I can back up far enough, you can see. So it kind of hangs right there. It feels real comfortable. And of course, get your eyes and your ears, whatever ears you choose. And let's get to busy and see how this bad boy does. Well, that was pretty quick work of that. I think that might have been 15 minutes of work. And you can see it's getting everything. It's amazing. I didn't think, because it's a solid steel blade. So I wasn't sure that it was how it was gonna do on the grass and some of that finer stuff, but it's just, I mean, motoring right through it. I haven't come across any saplings probably bigger than my pinky, but if you hover for a second, it plows right through all of them. So yeah, it's pretty impressive so far. So let me widen this out a little bit. I don't know if I can catch all of it. I think I lose some over here on these, behind these trees. Yeah, let's keep motoring, see what we got. I like it so far. So, but like I said, it's only been about 15 minutes, and yeah, that's it. Let's walk and talk a little so you can see what I'm talking about. I mean, you see there's plenty of vines. It does fine with those. Surprisingly, they didn't wrap around there much. There you see some grass. It just plowed right through it. I guess I missed a little bit here. That's the hard part about this. I'll have to come back in a week or so once all this dies and do some more. As you see here, this branch right here is no slouch. I mean, that's the size of my thumb all day long, and it just whacked right through it. So, I mean, no issues at all. It was fantastic. The only time we ran into problems is when I hit some of these old stumps. They're just a little too big for that little blade. But as you can see, it shredded everything up. The vines, the grass, the branches, the twigs. It took care of it all. There you have it, a real quick little down and dirty review of the Trimmer Plus TPB720. As you saw, it's just, I mean, it's breezed right through everything. You can look at the end here and see, I mean, just a little bit of the paint worn off, but it's not much worse for the wear. And I hit a few big rocks and big stumps, so it held up pretty good. Not super heavy. I think the manual says 3 to 4 pounds, so we'll call it 3.5 pounds. The straps seem to help a little. Something you're probably gonna have to tweak a little bit. Same thing with the handle. Adjust that handle back and forth a little bit until you get it just in that right position. But overall, made it way easier than those little plastic things that whip around. I don't know if I mentioned 8 inches of cutting surface here, so that's nice. Now, I'm not recommending that you do this on your Husqvarna 100 series trimmer, weed eater, weed whacker, whatever it is. There's a reason probably that Husqvarna doesn't want you to put this, doesn't make one for this particular model. There's no telling what it's doing to that engine in there, so I'm not going to tell you go ahead and do it. I'll just tell you, I did it on mine. Mine ran like a champ. It still seems to be in good working order. So can you do it? Yes. Am I recommending it? No, because I'm not a small engine expert by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, so there it is. The Trimmer Plus TPB720. I'll try to find a link and put it down below. We're not affiliates on Amazon or anything like that. But if you're in the market for one, like I said, this thing right here is a beast. Now, of course, I have a lot more work I have to do back there, but as you can see, Bob's out in full effect. I'm still getting over the Rona. I mean, it's crazy. 2 years I went without getting it, I think. Now I got it, and my energy is just zapped. So after about an hour workout here, it's probably about 90-something degrees today. I'm calling it for the day. So as always, thanks for coming and checking us out. We are absolutely blessed. I'm blessed to be able to share these things with you. It's not super expensive, like about 84 bucks, $83.99, plus you got to pay for tax. If you got Prime, you get free shipping. So not terrible for the price, 85 bucks. And like I said, the blade, the paint's barely wore off of it, and I probably did a 100 by 50 or 75 swath. So now, thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. We are truly blessed to be able to share this journey with you, to be able to do things like this, to be able to get little products like this. Of course, we're not sponsored. I just needed it, so I went and bought it, and now I'm sharing it with you. And yeah, we absolutely love it. We're glad you're here. We're blessed to have you with us. God is good all the time. The sun's out, so you know it's a good day. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you know when we post new content, especially if you like this content. Make sure you do all those things. Also, check out this video up here. We're posting new content all the time. We're working on the mini cabin. We're working here in suburbia. So yeah, thanks for coming. And as always, be safe. We'll see you next time.